Good morning, it's me, Drake, and you are watching TBBAT's Coffee Break. I am very excited about today. We have a really interesting coffee. Once again, we're going back to Bones Coffee here. They have a new release, and it's called Blueberry Blast Cake, and you're definitely going to want to stick around to hear about this because honestly, it's so far, and I haven't even opened the bag, it's one of the most amazing coffees I've ever smelled in my entire life. So stick around and check it out. This coffee here came in the mail yesterday, and it was, I believe it's one of their newer releases. It's called Blueberry Blast Cake. First of all, as usual, they knock it out of the park with the design of the bag. I mean, just look at this bag. And then I'm going to turn it around so you can see they even put detail into the side. And if you can't see it that well, these are pancakes being like an archer, skeleton archer has shot arrows of butter into the blueberry pancakes. So, yeah. All right. I've already, full disclosure, I've already pre-sniffed this, and I'm going to do it again here for the camera, but this is the most interesting and unique smell I've smelled on a coffee in my entire life, flavored coffee, and I'm going to do it again, since it just came in yesterday. All right, I've never smelled anything like this before. They actually were somehow able to replicate the smell almost completely. I'm going to read what it says in the back here. Wake up ready to hit your morning mark with Blueberry Blast Cake. Every sumptuous sip lands an arrow straight to the taste bud bullseye with notes of butter-kissed blueberry pancakes and a hint of syrupy sweetness. That's pretty complex and a very tall order when it comes to trying to replicate that in a coffee. And I'm telling you right now, it smells like that. So that's very, very impressive and high marks so far and gives me high hopes that this will work. Now, the other interesting thing I noticed after reading this, and I must have missed it on the other ones, this is Rainforest Alliance coffee, and it says, we buy coffee from Rainforest Alliance certified farms helping protect the environment and farming communities. And it gives you a website, www.bonescoffee.com/Rainforest Alliance. So that's pretty cool, and probably also explains one of the reasons why these are more expensive coffees. Now, on that note, we are going to open this up, and I'll talk about price and stuff like that as we get to the coffee itself. So even, you might not be able to see this very well, the detail, even the little zip tie thing on the bag that seals this closed is shaped like a bone. All right, let's continue. All right, now the big sniff test. There's a symphony of flavors. That's a good word for it. And I'm not going to comment any more than that because actually the more I smell it up close and personal like that, it actually doesn't smell very good. Now, in the bag, in a lighter smell tone, it was interesting. Opening the bag, it's almost overwhelming and not in the best way when it comes to smells. They almost kind of start a fight with each other. So, all right, so we're gonna load up the container here and get the coffee brewing. All right, so let's load this up. Once again, we have this little guy here. It's a one shot, and we're gonna fill it up to the line. Just to standardize everything, I kind of fill it up to the line in here, and then I put 12 ounces of water inside of this. That way everything stays consistent. In my drinkings of coffee, I've found 12 ounces seems to be a pretty good amount. Not too weak, not too strong. And it's just decent. I'm sure there's some coffees that will require different things, but that's what I found has been pretty good so far. It's treated me right. Once again, we're using our Hamilton Beach Flex Brew. All right, so let's pop our cup in here and press the button. So while this is brewing and this gets going, we're going to talk a little bit about the coffee. Cost. So first of all, as always, they give a 12-ounce bag of coffee. 12-ounce bags, in this case, it was $17.99, so we call it $18. And once again, since I do not have my degree in mathology, I'm going to turn the numbers over to our good friend. Alexa, what is $17.99 divided by 12?
1,799 divided by 12 is approximately 149.9167.
Wow, so you heard that. This is a very expensive coffee at $149, let's just call it $150 per ounce. Fuck. Alexa, what is $18 divided by 12?
$18 is a US dollar amount of 1,440 Robux.
Wow, okay, so we're on a roll. Alexa, what is 18 divided by 12?
18 divided by 12 is 1.5.
Okay. Oh, shit. So, yeah, $1.05 per ounce. Now, I will go into this in all my reviews as far as whether it's worth it or not. $1.50 an ounce. Bones Coffee is on the more expensive side, but you're paying for quality. And that's what's important. You're also paying for the taste. Does this, when it comes to flavored coffee, if you're a flavored coffee person, you're going to agree with me on this. You'd rather pay a little bit extra and have it taste like it's supposed to than cheap out and get something that tastes nothing like it does. Nothing like it's advertised. All right, so smell-wise, now that it's brewing, it's got a good smell, good aroma. Now you can actually smell the coffee side of it too. That's actually an interesting note. With these coffees like Bone that have the strong flavors, you don't really smell the coffee, you smell the flavors. And obviously if you're smelling coffees without flavor, you're smelling the coffee. When you start to brew it like this, I think you finally get to smell the coffee more than the actual flavors. So we are going to give it a whirly-dirl in here. Okay, so interesting. The tones, the flavors, the smells that were coming out in the bag have basically almost all but disappeared once it's been brewed. What does that mean, and what does that mean for the coffee? I have no idea. We're going to find out live. I'm just talking a little bit about this stuff as it cools down. I've had, Bones is my favorite by far when it comes to flavored coffees. I have had some misses with them, as I've discussed in the past. I wasn't too thrilled with the SpongeBob banana split flavor, and I've had a few misses with like the what the fluff and a few other ones. With Bones Coffee, there's been a few misses, no doubt. And if you ever checked out their website and looked at their coffee selection, you'll understand why. They go for the really complex flavor tones. They do not just do blueberry coffee, they do blueberry syrup and butter, well, like for example. So it's very hard to do that. Now, most of my experience with them has been positive, and they've come very close, if not straight on, like the Fruity Pebbles, with the flavor tones. There's been a couple misses so far, but that's okay. You can't win them all. However, at $18 a bag, and sometimes more, you damn well better get really close. And on another note, I will say this. You can get it cheaper on the website. These bags tend to be $15.99 on the website versus getting them on Amazon for $17.99 on their website. However, the difference being Amazon usually offers free shipping for Prime members, and you have to pay for shipping on the Bones site. So it does tend to balance out, sometimes more in Amazon's favor. And also over time, these do go down in price, and you can do the subscribe and save as well, which knocks the price down some. All right, so we've jabbered, we've jawed. Let's see how this is. Oh, that is disappointing. I am disappointed. Okay. For disclosure's sake, once again, I drink my coffee black. In my opinion, I feel that all coffees should be, when it comes to flavors, done so you can drink it black and still taste the flavors. I do not buy into this bullshit that you have to or you use cream and sugar to bring the flavors out. If that's what your process is, you need to change your process. If it is what your process is, you should advertise it as such. This tastes like regular coffee. On the back end, you do get some I'd say there are some lighter tones in the back end. And I'll give that blueberry flavoring on the back end. Yeah, but I feel like I'm just drinking a cup of coffee. And that's not cool, Bones, seriously. So yeah, I'm not happy about that at all. And I kind of am a little upset. Again, when it comes to this stuff, I'm spending $18 on a bag of coffee, 12 ounces, it better be good. In the ingredients on this say 100% the ingredients on this say 100% Arabica coffee and natural and artificial flavors. It's also kosher. So, and this is a medium roast, by the way, guys, as most of these flavored coffees are medium roasts. So yeah, I am very disappointed. There is a huge gap, and this is important, between the smell and the taste. That's not always the way, and it shouldn't be the way it is, because it's almost like false advertising, honestly. Just because a coffee smells like it's supposed to doesn't mean it tastes like it's supposed to, and this does not taste like it's supposed to. So there it is. Unfortunately, and shockingly and very surprisingly, because I was really looking forward to this, blueberry blast cake. I may even have to give it a thumb down. Honestly, I don't know what to say. I'm shocked. So this is going to get no thumbs or one thumb down. Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, I've been Drake. This has been TBBAT's Coffee Break. I very much enjoy coffee, so these segments are a nice little break between my food and vacation reviews. And if you have not already, please like and subscribe. Check out my other videos. I appreciate it. And as always, thanks for watching, and cheers.